All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Mushoku Tensei, Season 2, Episode 20. Holy shit, we went to a whole nother continent in one episode.
In one episode.
Oh
yep.
my god.
And even half an episode.
Yeah.
Teleportation circles are a hell of a drug.
They are indeed. Yep, let's hope nobody finds that temple that you broke the seal on, you know. Yeah. I don't know.
They totally,
the
seal reactivates probably after like 5 minutes, you know, without being,
exactly.
Yeah,
and Rudy definitely looked at a backup teleportation circle just in case, something happened, right?
Right.
But yeah, they're here. Let's see them meet up with the gang because everything's gonna be fine, even though that note came from Geese, not Paul or Roxy.
Yeah. So
it's gonna be fine.
It's gonna be fine. We do look like we're in a bustling big city, though. Surrounding an oasis and such.
So it might take a while to actually find them within the city.
Right. Or at the very least, we'll get some time to actually get to know this area pretty well, and spend some time there before we go into whatever the labyrinth is.
Right.
So yeah, y'all. Without further ado, let's get into this. Oh, that's his deal. Okay. Oh, yep. There he is.
All right.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, he's like, whoa!
You've grown up so much.
Yeah. Barely recognize you.
Okay.
All right. Hey. Whoa.
Hasn't been sleeping much.
Oh.
Yeah, because the amount of time that he would have been here trying to get Zenith back.
Yeah. Oh, bolts up. Gets on one knee, yep. I'm so sorry. Whoa.
Okay.
Damn. Oh my god. No.
So, is there somebody else that Rudy needs to meet? Gotcha.
Oh, they did see her recently. Yeah, here we go.
And Roxy's behind one of them. No. We're all here. Wait. Oh, shit.
She's in there too.
Oh, shit.
That's why the circle things were on. Oh, with Roxy in the opening. Yeah, snap back out.
Yep.
The opening was alive! Alive! So just nobody's clearing it.
Oh, oh shit. Oh, okay.
How convenient. Right. Uh-huh. This is fortuitous in like a eerie way. Yeah, Thank you for the heads up.
なんですか父さん、さっきからニヤニヤと。
いや、なんかいいなって思ってな。
My kid's all grown up.
Yeah.
あのルディがよ。
Uh-huh.
大人になって。
魔法大学に在学中に結婚したんです。
結婚？
Uh-huh.
誰と？エリスとか？
いえ、シルフィーと。魔法大学で再会で。
すまなかったな。俺が不甲斐ないせいで父親になろうってやつをこんなところまで呼び出して。
いえ、申し訳なく思っています。
帰ったらみんなで盛大にお祝いしなきゃいけねえな。
Yeah.
はい。
All right.
何せ父さん、初孫ですよ。
子供ができたってことはルディ、お前も男になった。
旦那様。
Well, if you think it's so vulgar, you can leave.
Yeah, exactly.
そっちのことに関してはちょっとばかし自信があるんだ。
Yes.
でも聞けよ。
そうですね。じゃあいくつか聞きたいこと。
Oh, I can't wait to see what Rudy says.
パウロよ、お前の息子は便利なものを持ってきよるの。
まあな、自慢の息子だからな。
I'm sorry, buddy.
They're just beetles, right?
Yeah, they're ants, you know.
Yeah,
they're-
yeah. I barely got a chance to look at them. Ha!
ほんと余裕だね。
Although if the placement of your feet needs to be that precise.
さい。俺にかっこいい。
Oh, absolutely.
That is exactly what he's doing, yeah.
But like, oh wait. Rudy's eye is actually crazy helpful.
Oh, yes.
大人として見本を見せなさいな。
だからその緊張をほぐしてやろうと会話の機会を伺ってた。
Oh my god.
おっしゃい。今のあなたからは。
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't give me that shit. Yeah.
パウロは息子も同然なんですから、しかりもしますわ。
何が息子だよ。なあルディ。
実は知らないうちに親族に。
Yeah.
敵が邪魔ですね。
It's literally the first thing too.
火は使うな。
なぜ
Why not? Yeah.
火を使うと部屋の中に毒が。
Oh shit.
Please just let this be the first floor and we can move on.
なるべく氷を使え。
Okay.
了解。
Yes, Rudy, please just wipe the floor with all of...
Oh, so they need to take specific teleportation circles to get deeper. That's brutal.
Yeah, otherwise they end up like,
Yeah.
you know.
本の通りなら定員罠は同じ階層にしか飛ばされないらしい。
Okay.
ロキシーはまだそのあたりにいるか。
Oh shit. Okay.
But she's been in here for a month.
Yeah, that's how do you survive?
どうした？
なんだルディ。
Water. No way. What the hell? What the hell?
What?
ハースフォートレスハイスクールフィールド島の王大いなる雪原の覇王純白をまとい一切の
And then shatter the ice.
ブリザードストーム
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
フレームスライス
Oh shit.
荘厳なる大地の鎧をまとわんハースフォートレス
Yeah, there goes the oxygen.
What?
It's all frozen. Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Nice. Perfect. All right. And we found Roxy. Look at
It took a
episode 2.
season and a half.
Yep. All right, lovely.
Okay.
We got ourselves a dungeon crawl.
Yep.
And wouldn't you fucking know it? Fucking spiders in it. Like,
Yeah.
God damn it. The arachnophobe here is not
Not
happy.
happy. Like, and
Not
it was
happy
like
at all.
It was like immediate. You know, it's
No hesitation. I was just like, webs? maybe, you know,
Yeah.
like thinking that'll be just the first layer will be spiders. No.
I mean, there's more things in addition to the spiders and the layer layers, but yeah.
Because I saw that like crystal hydra looking shit.
Right,
thing,
that looks dope as fuck.
That looks dope. That looks awesome. That also makes sense as being a magical creature that wouldn't need sustenance in order to hide. But no, I guess the crystal hydra thing has to eat something.
But I will say,
we've learned this from Dungeon Meshi. You can't have dungeon creatures at the bottom just be like, I'm a boss monster. What does that thing eat?
Well, I will say though, the way that this labyrinth is set up of being rigged with a bunch of teleportation circles, that is probably one of the few ways that you could have some of the meta video game aspects of a dungeon and still make sense in the world, right? Because why are there monsters here? Well, teleportation circles summon them, right? So it's just,
No, they wouldn't summon them. That means that there's like, they're just navigating within the same.
Sure, yeah, their instincts, memory, whatever, they know how to just
If I go here, I end up over here.
Right, exactly, you know. And that could also mean, but that also means that you could aggro very different parts of the dungeon, you know, if like one of the critters runs to get help or something like that.
Right, you also have the fun thing of you never have fully cleared an area of the dungeon because you can't afford to get rid of the teleportation circles.
Right.
They could be used for actual navigation. So all of a sudden, boom, a monster pops out of it, immediately attacks you. That's terrifying.
That is absolutely terrifying. And oh, hey.
Sick ideas as a DM, you know?
Yes. And then on top of that, this is very convenient. Like, in multiple different ways. The thing of the book, I think, is the biggest convenience, and there is a potential explanation for that in that, sure, if this is a big nest of teleportation circles,
anyone that studies them would want to know about this guy's, you know, labyrinth and stuff.
Right. So that makes sense that would be one of the big books
adventurer that went and ended up studying the labyrinth.
Right, exactly.
Theirs necessarily. But,
okay. But the fact that the place where Zenith is just happens to be in a place with teleportation circles, and he runs into Nanahoshi who's studying them.
Exactly.
And then,
all this to say, the narrative convenience does not lessen the show. It makes us then go, wait a minute. There's manipulative forces at play here.
Yeah.
Whomst is pulling the strings right now.
And is this something where the man god is like, all right, Keikaku Dore, this is going exactly as I wanted? Or is it something where the man god's like, shit. This was the one thing I wanted to avoid, you know, and now he's going here, right? Or is it that, you know, he just didn't know about Nanahoshi, and so it's Roxy was going to be dead when Rudy got here, you know, and it's the right, like who knows, right?
So that's where things get a little bit interesting here, and I like that we don't know everything in this regard,
right? And the man god is not
the man god is not omniscient. There is at the very least some evidence to support that, but the man god is definitely prescient. I will just say that. That's important to know. Is that there is a very real possibility that the man god's abilities have something to do with being able to have sight beyond sight. You know? Prescience at the very least, but maybe even something more.
Yep.
If he's able to see what's going on around Rudy, that would be interesting. But I think we'll have to go back and check to look at all the interactions with Rudy and see if he needed to basically get accounts, like updates of what happened in Rudy's story.
I don't think he has, because I think he would just show up and then be like, here's what you need to do next, you know?
Well, right, but that's the different thing of him knowing what the future is versus being like, knowing what a future is, or knowing that
observing, like, knowing parts of the timeline versus, like, being able to scry on Rudy while he's reading the book of teleportation circles that, you know, Nanahoshi had.
Right, and my reasoning for this is that the man god at the very least has other people that are connected to him, at the very least. Therefore, it would be this being would be too powerful to have to rely on, you know, followers and stuff if they could keep constant update on every single person all the time.
Yeah, if they had perfect control of even the limited abilities that they have, a lot of the
movements and stuff would feel unnecessary.
Yeah.
So my guess is that he doesn't actually know everything about what's going on with Rudy, and thus he, has his Eye of Sauron equivalent focused on one specific area
Right.
or time even at a time.
Now, we got here though.
We're here.
We've got the dungeon. Cool. We, meet up
Paul's-
with Geese immediately, and
Paul's
Paul
not
and-
doing well, but it's more than that he's lost heart.
Right.
Because they've gone into the dungeon, they've tried things
for so long. You
and
know.
right, and they were just doing trial and error.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the one thing that I would say is maybe a little bit like, I'll have to go back and check, but what was the reason why Zenith went over here? It was in season 1.
Well, she was teleported, and so this is just the general area where she was.
But why
And
would she
then-
go into an S rank labyrinth to probably
that's
find a way to teleport home?
Potentially. I think
She's a high level mage.
she's a high-level mage. She went in here with an adventuring party, and they just didn't come back. So I'm guessing it was something of the, we know that the earlier levels are easier than the later levels. They had some job and whatever, and it just went badly.
Right. So my immediate thing that screams the potential sus thing is that Zenith was like a good adventurer.
Yeah.
Her and Paul were goated. Like absolutely. But the idea that she gets teleported, she then, rather than trying to make the trek home, goes into an S rank dungeon. That doesn't make sense to me.
Sure.
So to me, either she was lied, manipulated, or at the very least was operating under false information. Went in here, and now she's stuck. I want to throw shade on whoever she went with into this dungeon.
All right, I like it.
That's my immediate thing. I feel like if we actually get Zenith out, she's going to give us a bombshell of potential information.
Sure. I definitely did get kind of similar vibes to I believe it was the Lilia situation, where it's like somebody had a vested interest in kind of this happening, and not just the man god, right? Like somebody
Right.
in the actual world.
Yeah. So that's interesting. Second, the idea that, it's a labyrinth with teleportation circles, that means maybe on some level, Zenith might have been trying to learn about the teleportation event and stuff through
It's like,
this.
I got sent here. There's, okay,
I can do something here.
I can do something here. Yeah.
But it's been years. It's been years.
Right. And the real question is okay, Roxy being alive, that's theoretically possible, right?
Right, but her being
Zenith
alive,
being alive, she has either found a way to sustain herself, or
Right.
if she's being held captive or something, someone or something is sustaining her.
Right.
Because unless she's eating those spiders,
no, in the opening, she's like encased in something. So it very much feels like she's
Got put in some stasis.
magically put into stasis. Now, I wouldn't put her beyond the idea of she did that intentionally so that she
Sure.
could end up being found.
it's the shit.
We don't know what god level,
Right.
high level magic can do.
Yeah, I got lost in here. I know I am not able to find my way out. My adventuring party is dead. Ice prison. Let's just basically hide in here, and hopefully someone will come in and find me.
I love that idea because it makes Zenith actually sound like very competent here.
Yeah.
Because this is where I'm like wanting to get speculative, is that she's so competent. She doesn't go home. She goes into an S rank dungeon, which maybe she's like, I'm amazing, I can do this.
Yeah.
But it's still the wait, but then everything goes wrong. She's in here. It's somewhere that then ends up being something that ties into all these other mini plot lines that just feels like, wait, this is way too coincidental to not feel like someone like orchestrated or is at least taking advantage of the circumstances to orchestrate something.
Right, because there's the possibility that in her, when she got teleported, right? No, because she went in here with an adventuring party. It was an intentional thing. She didn't start in the labyrinth, unluckily, or something like that.
It was very much this is my goal.
Yep.
Which, again, if it takes only 8 months to go from the Begarit continent to,
Yeah,
that's not a long time in the journey.
Yeah.
Maybe for her it would take a year, but even then,
right.
that's
Yeah. And I don't think she didn't seem like somebody that was particularly impatient, you know.
Well, not only necessarily impatient, she doesn't seem like the kind of person who...
Well, okay. Fully above board, you know? Like, if it was fully above board, it's the, hey, I have an opportunity to theoretically help everybody that was teleported by this mass teleportation. You know, I'm one of the few people strong enough to be able to do this thing. I'm nearby. Okay, I round up some adventurers. Hey, let's go in there. This whole shitty thing happened. We're going to be very careful, but we're going to basically, you know, these are like the only known teleportation circles maybe that still exist because all the others have been like taken out. But this place is too dangerous for people to do that. So it's we're going to go in there, we're going to study them, we're going to get out, and then we're going to basically use that and get that to the people that will be able to, you know, figure out what the hell happened.
Yeah, that I totally buy that. But okay, she's trapped here for years.
Yep.
Roxy, other convenience here.
Yeah. Rudy gets there like at the
Rudy
exact...
gets there at the exact second that would have been necessary.
Like I'm all for a narrative, you know, heroic entrance. And all
Oh
that
my
stuff,
god,
right?
me too.
Yeah, it's
but
great.
we are
But,
not
like,
in that kind of story.
No, and with the like
People
broad
die in this
stroke,
world. Like this is
people die in this world, and with the broad stroke like travel time stuff, even with the it takes a couple weeks to get to the teleportation circle kind of a thing, or the hour that they waited for the time dilation, you know, right? Like little things like that. It's like
it gets real fine tuned.
yeah. So
It feels like fate at this point.
yep.
So
And-
I wanna
Yeah.
posit something. I wanna posit something. The joke from before was that Roxy just seemingly can't bump into Rudy.
Right.
Again, it felt funny the first time. The second time, then it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, and then they get here and it's like, oh no, Roxy, she's gone. Right? Like
Yeah.
like
Again, it's like, wait.
it's a bad joke.
It's a bad joke. Unless it's not. Unless
Right.
it's like, no.
Unless it's not a joke. Yeah.
We can't have you reconnecting with Roxy until this exact point. This feels not just, again, like conveniences stacked on conveniences. This feels like fate. This feels like actually like something where I've always wondered like at what point they were going to peel back the layer of we're in an isekai. So therefore, Rudy's reincarnation and, you know, and or summoning and or just transporting shifted things in the like flow of everything in just a way that was so dramatic.
Causality has been disrupted.
Exactly. Causality has been disrupted, right? Gods are getting involved, you know?
Right.
But given that at the very least Rudius is not some unique person in that regard, Nanahoshi exists.
Yeah.
And at the very least there's
And we've
probably
heard of
others.
others, you know, that-
Exactly.
yeah,
Right. So that it's not some once in a, you know, generation kind of thing. But at the very least has already seemed to create instances that feel wildly coincidental. And then this one is the like, okay.
Like,
I
yeah,
gotta
it's-
know what's going on.
And it's
just
fascinating.
fun. It's
because,
just fun.
Yes.
because I then go narrative inconvenience, and instead of getting upset, I go, wait.
Because there's
What
many
does it
different
mean?
possible explanations, and Rudy is also aware of these things. So like,
Yeah.
you know, okay, we got to see Roxy. We had to wait till the end of the episode. Okay.
I'm so
Son of a
excited for
bitch,
the next
right?
episode. Yeah.
But yeah, now I'm so excited for the next episode, not just because we'll get to see them interact again,
Yeah.
but then it's Rudy will probably think about this too of
I don't think
no,
he will. I don't think he will. No.
They got there at exactly the right time.
No, I think this is entirely just a.
I mean, certainly not
I'm
in
so
the
excited to
immediate-
see you again. I'm so glad you're alive.
No,
I thought you were
absolutely.
dead.
Oh yeah. But there's going to be a point where he's going to be like,
No, I don't think so, Jacob. Rudy, I don't think has really like much at all like thought about this kind of stuff more
Yeah.
than like maybe once.
well, not to that like true extent, but the idea with regards to the man god, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's where Rudy kind of like, I feel like his meta knowledge ends up having a purpose, right? He's like, I've
Sure.
read stories with, you know, the Faustian bargains and stuff, right? You know, like,
Yes.
what exactly do you mean when you say these things, right? That kind of stuff.
Right.
And
It's-
so
he's coming in with that, you know, isekai protagonist meta knowledge that is
Right.
actually somewhat helpful.
Exactly,
Yes, yes.
because that's the kind of, you know, force that he's dealing with. And so,
Right.
oh, I saved Roxy. The man god said I was going to regret coming here. How? Right? Like, she would be dead right now if I didn't come here.
Right.
You know, so like,
it's got to be, if he's telling the truth, if the man god's telling the truth, which I think, honestly, this is the thing about the man god. The man god probably doesn't lie.
Oh yeah, Faustian bargains are a lot less interesting if the person giving you the bargain is just blatantly lying
Just
through their
blatantly
teeth.
lying.
Yeah.
It's more interesting when they're telling you a half-truth, where it's they're
Right.
telling you something that's true.
Yep.
The why of it
I'm
being the
manipulating
truth-
you.
I'm manipulating you. The timing of why I tell you this
Sure,
stuff and all
yeah.
that is absolutely
But I am
manipulative.
telling you the truth, you know.
And I think what it is that he is going to regret something of it. It's probably going to take more time still.
Mm-hmm.
The teleportation circles might not be active when he goes back, so he has to, spend,
Right.
a year walking back or
But
something.
I think, hey
that's not
honey,
a great-
I missed the childbirth, but holy shit, I managed to save.
My whole family.
Yeah, right. Like,
Yeah. And Roxy. And
right,
that,
like- yeah.
Yeah. The thing that I would say is probably the most obvious regret is just that it's going to take more time than he thought. Mm-hmm. So for now, I think we'll bench that until things change here. But going through a labyrinthian dungeon with Roxy's party.
Yep.
Well, at the very least, what's his name? Hadland or Madland, the
Oh yeah,
dwarf.
the dwarf dude. Yeah.
Yeah. We've got at least one member of their party, and then Geese. That's fun because while they definitely want to, save Roxy and stuff, they are more here because we.
Oh, they were telling us in the book. There were pictures of the spiders.
there were?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, you're right. There are. But okay, if we end up then having let's assemble all the powerhouses. Let's all do all the stuff
Yep.
here. I would just love to see some cool action that's shown in the OP.
Oh, absolutely.
And then I guess the only other thing is just Paul's kind of just reactions to seeing Rudy
Yeah, that was
being this
great.
way. It was just really cathartic.
Yep.
It felt really good to have that role reversal of now Rudy's is the leader. Mm-hmm. Paul is maybe excited and giddy to be like, I'm family adventuring.
Yeah.
This is what I've dreamed about.
Playing catch with my son.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Look, son, did you see how I dispatched the spiders? And
Yeah.
motherfucking Elena Lee's is like, Paul,
You're out of formation.
You're out of formation.
Get back
Yeah,
in formation.
we have a
please.
plan here.
Yeah.
You are killing CR1 creatures for fun.
Right.
We don't. Yes, cool.
You're dual
Paul.
wielding, therefore you are not on the front. Like you are
Yeah.
not taking point. That's not how
I
this
know
works.
this is a buckler, like this is a tiny ass shield.
But
you have not seen me. I'm a parry god,
Well,
bitch. You know?
and you don't have any shield, so stop. Yeah.
Right, and also you don't have a nigh immortal body that's going to remain young,
Right.
basically.
Also, I love the bit of not just within the dungeon, but then also like Rudy talking to Lilia, and like Rudy has grown up a lot. Like in his interactions with all of these characters, really, like even Roxy, like because when we saw Roxy last, it was yes, she's
We're learning about her story.
Well, right, but the whole because she's this like particular fantasy race or whatever, right? She she looks like she's 14, but she's actually 44 or whatever. But that is a then metric for she was always way older than Rudy. She was she was the experienced one and all that stuff. And now it's she's a baby. Like she's a baby. She's a little kid, you know? And it's like, yeah, okay.
She's a very powerful mage. She is our equivalent of the power scaling for mages in general in this world. Like we don't
she's
really
also-
have anybody else that we've seen, display their magic on that level outside of people that are, I don't know, fucking Orsted or something,
Right,
like-
basically, yeah.
Yeah, and even then he didn't really even use magic.
Yeah.
Motherfucker was just strong,
It's just like, no, Rudy, you're not going to do your magic is what you're going to do.
Right.
But yeah, I'm so excited for the next episode.
I'm so excited too.
And I'm actually excited for a dungeon because the idea of a teleporting dungeon thing, that actually sounds really
Awesome.
fun. Like
now, because of the book,
and the eye. Like,
well, the eye will be part of it, but I think the book will basically take most of the dungeon crawling fun out of it until we get to the 6th stratum, which is fine, but I would love to then have them actually encounter some conflict and struggle in the 6th stratum, and that would be fun to then be like, okay, this is as far as we got before. Cool. There are, 9 more to go, or there
Right.
are 3 more to go, and they're really tough.
Even without the book, though, just the fact that Rudy has the eye, like, can you imagine being in a dungeon where traps could go off, and it's nope, there's a trap.
Yep.
Nope, there's a trap. Nope, nope.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, what it also is hey, Rudy, you're in the back because you're the mage, but also, can you be in the middle?
yeah.
Because we
Right.
need you to kind of theoretically be hit by potentially anything. So you could also trigger it, because I think this is the other thing that the eye is not necessarily that overpowered to do, is this is 2 seconds. So
Right.
if you're not looking in a specific direction, you just won't see it.
Yeah, exactly. It's the stop you from tripping a tripwire, but not, not a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, exactly. It's if you touch that, there's going to be a rumbling sound. But I don't know what comes after the rumbling sound.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, I love the bit of a poison appears when we use fire in here. So carbon monoxide. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I liked that real world kind of
We're in
knowledge
an
of,
underground area where the air is very, stagnant and limited. Yeah, if you
just
create
start
an inferno,
burning the
that's-
oxygen, yeah.
right? It's the whole fact of in the wars when there would be the firestorms from dropping all the all the stuff. No, it wasn't actually a fire that killed people. It was just the oxygen just getting
toxic air,
sucked
yeah.
out of the air. But
So that's fun. I loved the direction that they used to showcase Rudy's fear of Roxy being potentially dead.
yeah,
The way the other sounds were drowned out, the way in which he started to spiral. I really like the way this show handles the feeling of being powerless for our main character.
Yes.
There are a lot of other characters in this story. This is an ensemble cast show. One of my favorite things to have there is to then have the protagonist have their thing that they're really good at.
Yep.
But they are not so reality warping in the plot that other characters can't make decisions without their,
Right.
other characters have a lot of agency, so things will happen as a result of consequence that has nothing to do with you.
Exactly.
And therefore, the moments when the character, the protagonist, has to react to that, if they can sell it really well, I then get extra invested. So
Not all struggle has to be based around fighting,
yes.
right? Because we have Rudy, who is a very powerful mage.
He is now actually really strong. Yeah.
I'm not particularly worried when he's in a danger zone situation. Right.
It's not really where the plot also focuses most of the conflict on
Exactly.
anymore. What do you know?
Right. Yeah. Because
That's no
there wouldn't
longer
be
a
any
thing.
conflict there,
Yeah.
right? But it's still fun to see him be able to do all that stuff. It's really cool to have him save Roxy or obliterate a bunch of spiders.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
Have him actually use the magic that Roxy taught him the basis of,
Yep.
and then being like, hey, look how far I've come. This is awesome. And I'm using it to save you.
Yep.
What's up, Roxy?
Now we need an eating montage. They get Roxy out of there, and then it's food banquet, and
Bro,
Roxy
we
is
still
just
have to save Zenith. We're
no,
going
right.
deeper.
No, but this is a dungeon. Roxy needs to get out of there and recover first. So we
what are you
don't
talking
see
about?
her face.
What do
She's
you
just
think the dwarf is
she's
for?
just doubled
Pull
over
up-
the table and just
No. What do you think the dwarf is for? They pull out the pack, pull out the pocket bacon, and they're like, Roxy, eat. That's where the food montage is going to be. Roxy's like, it's okay. I've been able to sustain myself by liquefying the monsters, by boiling their blood, and then,
yeah.
I've been eating spider for oh God.
Yeah.
I really love the bug and what are they, little skeleton ghoul, titan
Yeah, whatever
things?
those things are, those are cool.
Those are really cool.
And that's where I think you won't have to worry about the spiders for too long because it's the progressive stuff. Eventually the Titan things will become the mooks, and
Right.
and the spiders,
I hope so.
Yeah.
I don't want this to then be you saw how these things were this size in the first stratum? Well, in the fifth stratum, it's the same monsters, but they're twice as big. And I'm
The level of okay. I don't think the show has ever brought up the idea of an S-ranked dungeon or anything like that before up until now.
well, no, it's brought up the idea of the difficulty ranks going up to S.
No, yes, but not of and now we are going to actually see what something like that looks like.
Correct, yes.
So there was a vibe that I definitely got of hey, I mean it when I say it, right? I've got something cool here. It's not just going to be some arbitrary bullshit or whatever.
I see what you're saying.
This
This
is
is actually a scary place.
this is actually going to be a scary place, and it's going to be awesome. And get ready, But yeah,
What if Zenith discovered it, and that's why No.
Like they didn't.
Again, that's why we moved too quickly through the. I wanted to spend more time in the city. If we had done that, we would have learned about little things like how long did we, know about this labyrinth dungeon? Did Zenith know about it before she was here?
Now that they have Roxy back,
I need to know these things.
I think now that they have Roxy back, there might be that sense of like, okay, all right.
Roxy can give the info.
Well, she could give the info, but also it's the. Roxy was the urgent part of this mission. If Zenith has been here for years, she's either dead or she's not.
Well, of
that's
course,
not going to change by a few days.
Of course, but that's not the point. Someone said that they saw her here recently.
That's true.
Again, that's another thing. Also, very convenient. What do you mean someone said they saw her here?
Maybe she got like mind controlled or something like that, and so it's like
No. I have thoughts here. One, we have no verifiable data about this. Someone said they saw her, or someone said they saw someone that looked like her, right?
It was Lilia that was the one that was like imprisoned in the one city by like the person, and then
Wait, what are you talking about?
in like earlier when
Season 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Rudy had his buddy with the super strength. And they went and they got her
Zanaba.
out of there. Yeah, Zanaba, and they got her out of there.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Right. That was
What about
Lilia.
that?
I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't getting it mixed up and that it was actually like Zenith or something.
No.
That we saw some context of where Zenith
No.
was or what the situation
Zenith
was.
has always been in the Beggaret continent.
Right.
As far as we've known.
Yeah.
So that means she either got teleported here or she got teleported somewhere farther and she was on her way back home and ended up in the Beggaret continent.
And we got the bit where Rudy basically got the glimpse of where she was, but that was years ago, so that doesn't
Years ago.
necessarily apply anymore.
If she's just wandering the labyrinth for years, sustaining herself on eating the fucking creatures and stuff.
Yeah, she would have figured out how to get out at some point.
Well, no. Let's just say she's been wandering in there all this time. Again, it is awfully convenient that someone saw her recently.
Yeah.
One, we don't know who that was. Two, this is just Geese saying, yeah, someone saw her recently.
Well, and
there was someone that looked like her.
Right.
But she's not anywhere in the first 6 stratums.
Yeah, because if they say someone
if it's
saw
an
her...
S-rank dungeon, how would you have seen her?
Right.
Unless you are actually so great as an adventurer.
Yeah, because like theoretically there could be, especially with the teleporting stuff and all that, theoretically plenty
mystery.
of parties could be trying to get in this dungeon for different reasons to
Totally.
get different things.
It's good money, probably.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
There will be those people stupid enough for it. And so I'm guessing we can assume that it's someone saw her recently inside the dungeon, not someone saw her recently outside the dungeon.
No,
Otherwise they wouldn't be checking the dungeon.
Clearly inside the dungeon, but
Yeah.
then why would...
Yeah, I know. There's things that we don't know.
Things that feel like they're
Uh-huh.
conveniences, and I'm like, so
Yep.
there's a reason for that, though. But, all right, we're here. We're in the
are.
dungeon, going into the second stratum. We got Roxy. Rudy ended up piecing together, hey, we're in a desert area. Why would I be hearing water? Water.
Yeah.
That's Roxy.
Right.
Our water mage. So, found her. Wonderful. We'll have a stronger party for Zenith. So the OP wasn't lying. Awesome. We'll actually have a chance here.
Awesome. Cool.
And
Let's go.
So y'all,
Yeah.
thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get on early access there. You can watch full length timer reactions there. It all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So yeah, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb,
I'm Jacob.
and we'll see you all
Next time.